Hey everyone, how you doing? How are you traders? How are you today? Hello Kevin. Hola Felipe. Hello Juan. CA Salman. Hey Tocayo, Kevin, Chandru. Hey, what's up, Luke? How you doing? How are you doing? I was trying to set up as a backup my computer, but I don't know where it is. So I'm trying to set up my iPad. Hey, Danny, Dian, Joseph, how you doing, guys? All right. Um, is it this one here? Yes. All right. Okay. Now I have my iPad as a backup, so for reading the comments and everything. Dian, a lot of questions. All right. Today is the day. Actually, for being honest, I was watching and there's just a few plays over the board. So I think today is gonna be a good day for going over your questions. All right. So what I did today? Well, actually, I did today. I took two trades. One SPY puts and another QQQ puts. Both of them work really well. SPY a little bit better. No, I'm sorry. QQQ a little bit better than SPY. But anyways, both of them were like really good trades. Happy with my performance. Happy with my execution. I entered both in my triggers. So my setup was there. The intention for today, was actually not having any expectation today. It's like previous day to FOMC. So I really had zero expectations for the day. I will be waiting for something like really clear, really, like really screaming to me like, "Hey, Neto, take this, take this." So they actually happened. They actually happened. So let's get started. Uh, hey Joseph, Shoki. Hey Eileen, I was watching your Apple win. Congratulations. Hello Basil. All right, guys. So today I was watching this SPY QQQ. They started dropping since very early in the morning. And I was actually just looking for a nice opportunity to the downside. I was kind of like, after we break the previous day close, after we broke previous day close, I was like, oh well, this thing is going places, right? So actually, the really first, very first opportunity to take an entry on SPY was this one here, right? This is a very clean break and retest of the previous day close. But guess what? I miss it. I miss it. For being honest, this was 950, 949. This was a very good time for me. But again, I don't know, like maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what happened, but this is super clear for me. This is super clear for me. I actually took something very similar in QQQ. Probably that I think probably that was the thing. Look at this. Yeah. I think it was it's is it the same time? No, it's not the same time. That's the reason. Well, probably I should then explain first my QQQ trade. So it was 9:45, 15 minutes into the market, and I had this very nice break and retest of pre-market low. And look at the rejections right here. Look at the rejection right here. So I enter on this red candle here once it broke 592. Once it broke 592, again, I didn't have like huge expectations about this trade because I was thinking that today, I don't know, like we will be just wrenching. But no, actually it worked like really well. I took some at low of the day. So low of the day was already like 25, 30%, right? So I actually managed very well this pullback here, rejected again on 592, rejected again 592, and with this drop, this was an amazing trade. I think this drop actually hit like 60% when we touch this 591.50. No, this is 591. I'm sorry. Actually, yeah, I think we touched like this 60% like here, but my contracts went all the way to 55%. That's the most that I got from these contracts, and I was waiting. I was managing my trade. I was waiting like, okay, well, we are gonna have like a pullback here. So when we had this double bottom, I was like, oh well, I'm not waiting here. I was already out like 90% of my trade like here. So I was just, you know, like letting runners run. But I was out on this candle here. Once we close above previous day close, once we close above previous day close, I was out. And the reason is I was watching my P&L, for being honest. But also it was just the runners, right? Like my trade was 90% closed, like right here, 591. So I just didn't want to stress. I was actually looking for other opportunity, and I was about to take another QQQ trade, but then I moved to SPY. But I want to show you here, with all these circles, look at how many opportunities went on QQQ here. So look at the how aggressive were these rejections on very relevant key levels. And when I'm saying very relevant key levels, you can see they are not like real key levels. They are just whole numbers or half numbers. So look at this. I mean, this is a previous day high, but look at this. This is like a really huge rejection here, and then right here 591.50 once, twice, and then look at the rejections or the reactions right here around 591. So it was support, support, support. Then we broke, it turned resistance, resistance, resistance. And then we went to the next key level, or the next half number, right? 590.50. So QQQ was actually playing like really clean from one key level to the other. And I actually really like this trade here. So I took the break and retest of this pre-market low. As you can see on SPY, it was like really clear, a really clear play. But what I like from this, it's two different things. I actually was watching the volume by price week to date, and I really like how close the shelves on QQQ were. So I'm not showing you here, but if you guys are using volume by price or volume, not volume profile, but volume by price, and you start playing with the week to date, month to date, or like a fixed range, that's a very, very nice way to actually determine where buyers and sellers are actually interacting, right? Like, so that's a different thing. All right. Let me go to the chats. Hey Chen, hello Francine. Hey DC, miss the Apple Play. Hola Ramesh, Pierre. Hey Neto, I was a little scared entering because previous day high was really close. Is that ever a concern for you? Yes, of course it's a concern for me, but I want to show you this. I mean, look how strong the momentum to the downside is. So yes, I mean I understand that it was super close the previous day high, but I think the momentum is stronger than key levels. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think momentum is just stronger than key levels. So after this price action here, can you see from 594 starting just dropping from one key level to the other? So I was just like, okay, well, this I mean, yes, I was concerned about the previous day high, but after watching these reactions right here, after watching these reactions right here, I was just thinking like, okay, well, momentum will be stronger than the intraday key levels. So yes, it was a concern, but once we broke previous day high, as you can see here, I mean, we never, I mean, buyers and sellers were lowering the interaction zone, right? So the previous day high started to be a resistance instead to be a support, right? So, but yes, I mean, I'm always watching previous day high and previous day low. Um, Hola Alex, Dian, I entered 1044 on QQQ, 1044, 1044, 1044. Why 1044? 1044 Eastern, Dian. What was your idea? I mean, 1044, right on this one. I don't know, my friend. And you were stop out like in these candles here? Yeah, you were stop out like right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You were chasing, my friend. You were chasing. You were supposed, like to see reactions on the whole numbers, half numbers, or relevant key levels. So yeah, so I just think like 1044 here, it was like, I don't know, like in the middle of this range, right? Like in the middle of this range that you created this morning. So yeah, that's my preference. Head and shoulders with neckline. uh, yes, yes, but remember the neckline needs to be like, like on something that makes sense, not. Oh, well, I understand now what you try. Okay, yeah, now I understand. Like something like this neckline here, break, retest. Well, you know what? That's actually a nice play. That's actually a nice play. That's what you try, right? That's, yeah, exactly. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, well, it just didn't work. But yeah, now I see what you were trying here. Now I see what you were trying here. But I mean, yeah, no, it was actually, I'm watching here and it was a nice play. It just like retested a bit higher, right? But as you can see, if you re-enter like right here, I mean, you enter right here, right? So if you re-enter right here, like a kind of an 84% rule, this move from here to here, it was like 40% same day expiration. Shoki, is it preferred to trade this in this with the whole and half numbers? Right now, yes, because I mean we don't have like, we don't have too much data for QQQ because it's in all-time highs. That's why we are using that's why we are using the half numbers and whole numbers right now, Shoki. But I usually what I'm watching is my 15-minute chart, but just as I said, I mean, today it wasn't like too useful because we don't have too much information like to decide what key levels are relevant. DC Neto, what percent will you take your first stream, or are you looking at a spot on the chart? Well, I'm my first stream was once we broke low of the day, and watching at this candle, I'm sorry, right here. Watching at this candle here, I was just expecting to actually break. So most of my position, it was on this area here. It was on this area here. I took like 25% of my trade like here, another 25 like here, another like 40 or something like that. I just left like 10% for this retracement, but 90% of my trade was closed right here on this double bottom. That's what I usually do. Like I take quarters on this kind of place. And sometimes the last contracts, it's like just for the culture of watching how much of a percentage we can take. Mm, okay. Shoki, you entered 710. That's 1010. 10 10 right here. That was also nice. That was also nice. Let's do something like this. This is 1010. No, this is the one. Maybe like here. 1010, you were looking for low of the day. Your risk was this one here. It was a 1 to 2 reward. If you were not taking your trims here, it reversed hardly, right? 15-minute range. All right, 15-minute range. Okay, good. Namosi entered QQQ 1019. 1019. You were stop out, right? 1019. This one here. Did you were you stop out like in this candle here? Namosi? Ramesh, you took 1009. 1009 here. Good. Namosi, my stop loss, top of 950 candle. 950 candle. 950 candle. That was a huge risk for you, but I mean, eventually worked. But look at this. Well, maybe here. Did you take Namosi? Did you take same day expiration? Don't get me wrong. I think this is a hell of a risk. I mean, on indices, this is just too much. Yeah, same day. Yeah. So, that's the thing. Like right here, I mean, if you enter here, right here, you are like 25 or 30% negative. Again, 25, 30% negative. Right here, just at your entry, you are like 15% negative. And then actually work, but I mean, you need a strong stomach. You need a strong stomach for this. All right, guys. So let's go to SPY now. All right. I want to show you what I did on SPY. It was kind of the same thing that I showed you a few minutes ago. Like it was kind of a head and shoulders break and retest of the neckline. I enter right here on this candle here, 1049. I chicken out on these candles here. Just as I was explaining a few minutes ago with Namosi trade, right here I was like 20% negative. Right here it was like 20% negative. Like then it actually worked. And right here I was like I think I got like 30% or something. So right here I just trimmed my position. So I was holding here because I already got like a nice push down here. But these candles here, it's just exhausting. That's the worst thing with the indices. It's like you need to be like way more aggressive taking profits on this kind of place, because if this reverse a little bit more, I mean something like here, you are like 40% negative on the rest of your position, right? So yeah, so it's just different. You need to understand how these same day expiration contracts work and be all right with your risk. I have a few tricks for my same day expiration. Sometimes I prefer to close a portion of my position, break even, or like 10 or 5% positive, and then re-enter if this like, I mean, if this starts like reacting on my favor, I re-enter into my position. But I try not to hold like 70% of my position like all the way to here, right? It's once I break low of the day, and once I start hitting like these key levels, I try to just be fine with the risk. Neto, why the same day expiration and not at the end of the week? Well, because I'm not so patient, Felipe. I like contracts moving fast, and if I take Friday expiration, this move might be like a 10% win, and that's fine, right? It's super good, but I like like fast moves, and well, that's how I built my edge, right? Like that's how I built my strategy, and I'm good at it, and I just plan my risk and my size accordingly, right? So I'm not taking, for example, if this will be like a Nvidia trade, AMD trade, it will be like my full size position. But when I'm trading indices, I am like a 50% my position. Why? Because they move like differently, right? I mean, again, it's part of my playbook, and you should be looking to build your playbook according to your risk tolerance, to how you like to size your moves. So I mean, it needs to feel natural for you, right? Like a good environment for you. All right. So that was my play here. But as you can see, we have a few entries, like a few previous entries, like really well. For example, I really like this. This is like the break and retest of the previous low of the day. So this was market structure, right? Like this was just moving nicely to the downside, and then we had this pullback here, 660.21. 660.21, that's a key level from yesterday. As you can see, this was like support and resistance from yesterday. So I really like this key level. I think I don't remember who asked a few minutes ago about if we are taking like whole numbers and half numbers. Right now, like kind of yes, but if you have like a relevant key level on the 15-minute chart, like this one that we have from yesterday, can you see here? I avoided the 660.50, despite actually reacting nicely here, right? I mean, this is 660.50. Look at this. Look at this break and retest on 660.50. That actually was, well, it's never a coincidence, right? But it was the previous low of the day. So yeah, I mean, right now we are on this environment at all-time high. So you need to play with whole numbers, half numbers, unless you have a relevant key level like yesterday, right? So what I can see here, we have the very first opportunity that we have. It's this one here, a break and retest of previous day close, closing below previous day high, and for example, this could be important. Someone asked from the QQQ, like, hey Neto, were you aware of the previous day high? Were you considering this previous day high? Well, I was, right? I was. But look at this here on SPY. This was actually below previous day high. So previous day high is not a relevant key level now. We already are below that. So this break and retest of previous day close was actually cleaner than the QQQ. I just like that it reacted on the 5-minute opening range low, but here it was actually like a safer, let's say a safer or cleaner retest because it was already below or under the previous day high. All right. So this retest here, 660.50, previous day low. This retest here, 660.21, a 15-minute chart, key level from yesterday. So we had several opportunities to the downside. All right. D and SPY 1114 calls, 1114 calls right here. Eleven 14, something like this, calls here. I don't know, I will need like more confirmation for taking calls after this drop. Trend line, break and retest. Something like this. 1114. I don't know, Diane. I mean, you were playing with the trend line, but no, I think I will need something like this. Look at this, something like this. This is the resistance. Then when you break the resistance, then I will trust the calls. Not here. I mean, not a bounce, but an actual break of the range. All right. It's like I don't like to trade inside of the range. So if you are trading like a reversal or the bounce, what I will try is the break of this range. The break of this range. So this is my first calls opportunity right here. Or maybe like if you were like considering this the new range, like okay, well this is my range. Okay, maybe here I will be considering calls, but not until we break this range here. All right. Yeah, I mean, I understand this trend line that you're saying, but I just think that it's not enough. It was like a revenge trade. Yeah, yeah. You were looking for excuses to take a call from here, right? That and that's very dangerous, my friend. I mean, once the indices start trending, trying to guess or trying to tip it up the very bottom or the very top, it's like super dangerous. So I will wait. Again, I will wait for an actual break of the range, or this one here. I think this 660 was kind of the like the line of the sand, right? Like support and resistance for all this time. So once you break this 660, maybe you can start looking for calls. Again, I think maybe on this candle here, or maybe until this break and retest of this, like here. Not before. I mean, you need to break this range here, right? Sherry, hi Neto, if a trade is going your way and you have same day expiration, can you hold till the end of the day, or will contracts lose value? Yeah, well, if they start like consolidating like here, you will start losing value. But if it keeps like downtrending, I mean it keeps like it keeps getting more premium. But if you start consolidating like here, you start losing a lot of premium. And also on every pushback, on every pullback, you will lose a lot. So yeah, so same day expiration, guys, it's a play to like in and out in a few minutes. I never spent like an hour in a same day expiration trade. It's a thing of minutes, right? So that was for SPY, that was for QQQ, AMD inside of a huge range, but nothing really interesting here, unless you were watching this pre-market low. But I don't think so, because it was kind of the range from yesterday. I know this is the previous day high, 162.30, but that was actually like the last berry candle. Most of the day was here. So this pre-market low was actually the actual previous day low. I'm sorry, previous day high. So you were inside of yesterday's range right here. So I didn't like it. But if you were trying to place something on AMD, maybe that was like your opportunity. Again, I don't like it. It's inside of the 5-minute opening range. So yeah, I didn't see anything for AMD today. Um, AMD puts 1031. Why? What you were watching here? The previous day close? Like a break and retest previous day close? What was your idea, Joseph? This one, DC? 1031? I'm waiting for Joseph. Joseph, are you typing something here? I don't know. Even like breaking these, there's no displacement here. Yesterday close, yeah. Previous day close, yeah. Well, uh, I you know what? I do like it because it's under or below pre-market low. So yeah, I do like it. It's just like I think it was tricky. Look, it was tricky from yesterday. This candle here, like the very last candle from yesterday on AMD, that was super tricky. So today I wasn't trusting AMD just because of that, right? Just because of that. And now this pre-market low, can you see it's actually kind of the previous day high without taking this candle in consideration. So this 162.32, the pre-market low is 161.38. So I was like, oh well, this is inside of the range from yesterday. So because it's inside of the range from yesterday, it's like it's just doing nothing, right? And this is actually not doing anything. So that's why I didn't like it. But yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Like this break and retest, previous day close. Um, let's say something like this. Your risk maybe here. You were looking low of the day, maybe here. You actually got it like how many candles? 2 hours later, 10:30, like 90 minutes later. Yeah, no, I don't know, guys. I don't like it too much. I don't like it too much. But yes, I mean it actually worked. And this consolidation here, guys, this consolidation here is what actually kills your patience and also takes you from looking for other opportunities here. So yeah, I don't know, like I don't like it. What's going on here? Let's say, well, actually this key level here, 160.36, it was a 1 to 2.4 risk reward rate to trade. So maybe when you started consolidating here, maybe here, you took most of your position. You didn't want to wait that too much. It was a 3.4 risk reward rate to trade. I like it. I like it. It's just, I think this pullback was just too much. But nice reaction here on pre-market low. And this pre-market low was, just as I said, for me, that's previous day high. I mean, I understand this candle here, but I'm not even know if this is not a glitch. Joseph, can you take a look at your broker and see if this candle is real in your broker? What kind of broker you use? IBKR, Webull, Thinkorswim? Just take a look if this candle is not a glitch here, right? And all right, so let's go to Amazon, guys. This is what I like. You break a range, came back, retest 5-minute opening range, and you go up again. This was a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. To high of the day, this actually went a little bit higher, something like this. It was almost a 1 to 5. But anyways, just high of the day was a 1 to 4 risk reward rated trade, market structure intact all the way to the top. I really like this. Anyone took Amazon today? Joseph, TradeStation, and yes, you have that candle. All right, so that's a real candle, but do you guys understand why I don't trust that candle here? It looks like a, let's see the volume here. Give it a second. Can you see the, well, now it had a lot of volume. Yeah, it had a lot of volume here. I don't know. Again, I wouldn't trust it. Okay. So this was Amazon. Again, I really like the break of this range. Break, retest, and then going up, having some continuation. This, guys, this is against the indices. That's why I like it. This is relative strength. While the indices were tanking, this actually from out of, well, it's not from out of the blue. Do you remember that yesterday I told you that today we will have the this 8:30 data of retail? Let me tell you exactly. It was the retail, core retail sales. So they went good. What happened to Amazon? What happened to Walmart? Walmart didn't do anything. Target? Nothing. So it was just Amazon. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, so well, Amazon just recovered this, broke this range here, retested, and had continuation. So that's something that I like it. Palmavera, you took 944. 944 Eastern. What about 1044 Eastern? Chicago time, yeah, 1044. Yeah, look at this. This is this exact trade. 1044 Eastern is this exact trade. All right, Tocayo, Neto, on Amazon. When would you say there is too much displacement? Well, that's a very good question, Tocayo. I think displacement should not be seen as a distance on the names, but as how they react to other key levels. All right. So I wouldn't say, like, for Amazon, I wouldn't say like, oh, a nice displacement is $1, right? It's just not like that. But if we had something like this, reacted really well to the next key level, came back and actually reacted taking buyers again, stepping in. Look at this. So that's what displacement is about. So let me tell you something. Tag me on the community. There's a video from Jack about displacement that I really like his explanation, and that's exactly what he says, right? Like I mean, it's not like trying to have displacement on a dollar amount, but yes, I'm Roberto. I'm Roberto Ernesto. Yeah, Neto is short for Ernesto. That's my middle name. I don't know. My mom, she wanted me on a TV show, so she named me Roberto Ernesto, like a telenovela. All right. Uh, so yeah, so Tocayo, please tag me on Discord or shoot me an email and I will send you the link for this displacement video. I think it's relevant for your question. But again, you should be looking at how well or how your names are moving, because for some of them, I mean, for example, let's say Tesla. I mean, how much displacement you like for Tesla? $1, $2, $5? It's not about a dollar amount, right? It's more like a distance from key levels and how they react to the next relevant key levels. So it's hard to explain this displacement thing, but look at this. For example, here, and probably this is gonna answer your question, or at least it's gonna clear something about your question. So right here, Tocayo, I didn't have this long position like here, like on the retest, right? I will be waiting for an actual for an actual reaction on this previous high of the day, 5-minute opening range. Yeah, like how well it reacted. So if you already watch this area here that was first resistance and now it's turned to support, you wanna be clear that buyers are actually stepping in right here, right? Buyers are stepping in right here. So you wait a little bit. So just because probably this is a lot of displacement, just as you said, probably this is a lot of displacement, you want to confirm this move, right? You want to confirm this move. All right. Why do you ask, Dan? Where did you see my other name? I think I sent you an email. Are you the same Dan that I sent an email? Probably. Yeah, 2 times. You are calling Tocayo to Roberto. Yeah. Yes. Well, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So resistance, then turn support. Good one there. Dia, Neto, what do you think about 10:06 calls? 10:06 calls. I wouldn't take it. No, I mean, yes, it's kind of coiling up right here on the 5-minute opening range, but again, it's still inside of a range. I wouldn't take it. All right, next one here, Nvidia. Look at this. This actually worked well. Kind of this support, turn resistance and drop, right? So this was a very good opportunity here. But do you remember we have been telling, like, oh, well, sometimes, at least for the tech names, I don't like to trade inside of the range. Well, look at this. This was a nice break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. I was aiming here 175, and this was almost 125, which we were ready to trade. Do you see how well? I mean, here it actually worked, right? This worked really well right here. But look how better this actually works when you are out of the range, to when you are inside of the range. Can you see how aggressive these candles are compared to these ones here? Because you are in a range, and here you are out of the range. So volatility is way better out of the range. Is this clear? Francine, Nvidia 932. Come on, Francine. That's super early in the morning. That's super early in the morning on a day where you should be, like being super patient. 932 here. If you were just like scalping this to 176, maybe, but I mean, if you have like a higher time frame thesis, this is not the way you wanna play, because it may come back for this to start building liquidity, right? To start building liquidity as it tried here. Yeah, higher time frame for you. Yeah, that's kind of sometimes I don't know how to explain that. Playing this early on the day, for me, it gives you no edge, right? Because unless you have like an opening drive play, trying to anticipate these moves is awful. It's hard. It's very hard. I mean, I understand what you are saying here. Like, I mean, the aftermarket and the pre-market, it was consolidating around here, so finally broke right here on the first candles. I mean, I like your idea, but I will be waiting for this one right here, right here. This is a nice, like, okay, well, let me go back for the pre-market low liquidity. Look at this nice reaction right here. Now I trust your plan. Do you see? Now I trust your plan, because it's reacting really nice, exactly where you plan on the pre-market low. It tried to reclaim, rejected again, rejected again. So right here, it's the right place to take your entry. But 932, I mean, I don't like it, right? I mean, if you are fine and comfortable taking this kind of entries, that's your playbook, that's your style. It's just, for me, it's hard to understand market. Even when it's, I mean, I'm zooming out, looking left, and I really see what you tried here. I really see. It's just like this second candle of the market open. It's just like trying to anticipate instead of reacting to your plan. But that's just my opinion, Francine. I mean, if you had like a clear idea of what you were doing here and everything, that's fine. But for me, do you remember this white box here? Let me show you what is it. This white box here, it's a range. Look at this. This is the range from last week. This is the range from last week. So yeah, if you break this range to the downside, you will have like a really nice trending day. But again, I will be waiting for the actual break of this range, right? That's why I like these two entries here. Like, I mean, this is the rejection of this area here, and this second one, it's the rejection of the 5-minute opening range and below this 176. That's a key level on the 15-minute chart. So double confirmation here, right? Like, you are already out of this range from the previous week. But okay, so again, I'm just trying to explain how I play. Not saying that you are wrong or you are right. It's just like how I like to play, right? But your idea was super clean. I mean, the break of this area here, that's the range from previous week and yesterday. that was a nice play to the downside, but I will be waiting for more confirmation that we actually want to go out of this range, because right here it can reverse and just come back to the last week range, right? All right, so these were the two different opportunities that I was watching here, something like here maybe. This is the break and retest of this support resistance flip zone. And this play, do you like this play? I know some of you are liking this play because it's easy to spot. It's easy to spot, and it actually gives you a lot of time to react. I mean, you don't need to be like ready right here, right? I mean, even if it's like breaking down of these head and shoulders or support to resistance flip zone, I mean, you don't need to be ready here. You just need to be watching here. And if it comes back and reacts to the downside, now is your chance, right? That's what I like a lot about this play. That gives you a lot of time, and you need a lot of things to actually have as a confluence for entering this trade. So you have a lot of you have a lot of things that actually trigger this play, right? So I really like it a lot. All right, so let's go to Tesla. I think you guys are waiting for that. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. 944 puts on Nvidia. Well, I think the same thing that I just told Francine, Alex. I was watching this as I was watching this range here as the previous week and yesterday range. So I will be waiting to actually go out of this range, right? I will be waiting for going out of this range in order to take positions here. Because if not, you are risking to stay on this range and get stuck here. Understood. All right, thank you, Alex. All right, so this is Tesla, guys. Tesla yesterday, Jack and Tony, they were playing continuation on the Tesla move, right? They were trying the continuation of the Tesla move. So today actually started moving nicely, right? Well, but there's something from yesterday. We were inside of yesterday range, and yesterday range was huge, right? From 425 to 402. But if you were watching, like the 90% of the time of Tesla was inside of this range. So again, I don't like it too much. However, look at this. If you were not like playing the higher time frame or whatever, you had a few opportunities here. So look, for example, here, Tesla came back, swipe this pre-market low liquidity, and it started creating this market structure. Can you see here? Market structure to the upside. So right here, guys, I kind of like this. What's the problem with this kind of trade? What is it? What are the indices doing? They were tanking, right? So Tesla had relative strength, like mostly as always, Tesla doing its own thing. So right here, it was having like a good market structure to the upside, and look at this. Even here, it came back, swipe again the 1 minute and the 5 minute opening range, but kept the market structure to the upside. So that's why I like, well, first I like this one right here, right? This 958. I know it's super close to the 10 a.m. candle. Usually I don't like it. But that's fine. But now, when you actually have this reclaim of the 1 minute and the 1 minute, 5 minute opening range, This 416 13 key level on the 15-minute chart. I mean, this is a nice break and retest right here. You don't want to risk too much here, right? Okay, well, you wait for the next pullback. So you actually break at displacement and retested this 5-minute opening range. So now you are outside of the range. This is the kind of place I like. Everything inside of this range is like, okay, well, you are playing low probabilities. You are playing low probability kind of setups, right? But now that you are actually breaking the range, you can enter right here on the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. So if you were aiming to this 421, it was a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio trade. I really like it. Then you had this pullback all the way to the 5-minute, and this play actually went 3 times. Can you see? All the way to 421, you made like a double top, then you actually broke, but then it just came back. But I want you to see this. Once you break the range, you start trusting your setup, right? You start trusting your setups for continuation. This actually gave you a few opportunities to enter. So now let me look what you have for me. Felipe, 1008. 1008. What were you trying here, Felipe? This break and retest of this previous high of the day, 1008. Yeah, so you entered 1008, stop loss 1009. Tesla was creating higher highs, 954. Okay, yeah, this one here. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I understand what you tried here. The one thing here, Felipe, is that look at this. You said 1008 right here. 1008. What was happening with the indices? You tell me. Break and retest high of the day for Tesla. Yes, but what was happening with the indices? Low of the day, both, right? Low of the day. So this is kind of a lower probability play. Even when Tesla was showing relative strength, right? So that's why I like to take my trades aligned to the indices. That's one of the reasons, right? Because you can have something like this. I mean, you can have like this nice retest of this previous high of the day, but you have no continuation, right? You have no continuation. But I understand what you tried there. Chen, you took 1040. 1040 here. Good one. Something like this. Break and retest. 5-minute opening range. Good one there. Diane, can we recognize as a lower low the candles from 1016 to 1020? 1016. Yes, I think you can. Yes, I think you can. And also, still inside of the range, right? Still inside of your 5-minute opening range. Or let's say of your range of the day. So yeah, that's why I'm telling you guys. I mean, if you want higher probability setups, wait for the break of the ranges. Break for the break of the ranges. This here, this is actually a nice play, for being honest. This was a nice play. It was just unfortunate that this 1009 candle just stopped out, right? I think it was like a very aggressive stop, right? But yeah, but guys, try to wait for the break of the ranges, right? Um, Francine, 959. 959 calls, right? Something like this. And you were looking for high of the day here, 419. What you were looking here, Francine? Yeah, 419. Okay, something like this. TSLL, it moves the same way than Tesla. I mean, I understand it's like a ETF or something, right? I mean, it's a different, cheaper ticker, but does it move exactly like Tesla, or not? Same exact way. Okay. All right. That was a nice play, Francine. What is Francine playing here? Market structure, right? Even when the indices are not moving on the same direction, she's looking for the higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It works. Felipe, I have a dilemma. When techs are not aligned with indices today, Apple, Amazon, we're going higher and QQ is going. How can we manage relative strength? What do you mean? How can we manage? You if you are asking like if you should trust the relative strength, I will say like you need to be aware if this relative strength is because something is because you had news, is because you had data, is because you had something, and it's not just a random move, because a random move sooner than later is gonna align to the indices, right? So that's why, for example, Tesla. I mean, Tesla right now, it's under a lot of momentum from last week, right? So even when the indices are not aligned, or Tesla is not aligned to the indices, well, it's actually keeping the momentum from last week, and it moved like 15 or 20% from last week. So momentum, it's stronger than the alignment, right? So Tesla is actually doing its own thing. Um, a deal. How to trade long a ticker like Bidu? What is it, Bidu? It's this Chinese stocks. I'll take a look in a minute. All right. Um, Dian, retail sales, Amazon, Apple reacted very good on this market data. Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened, right? 8:30, we had this retail sales data, and they just reacted nicely. So now you have a catalyst, and now you can trust the relative strength, right? Thank you, Dian. That's a very nice observation. All right, guys, let's go to Microsoft. What are you doing, Microsoft, here? What are you doing, Microsoft, here? Out of the range. Can you see, guys? Let's see, something like that. Out of this range. Okay. Well, we took this break and retest of what is this? 513. Why I had this? I think it's just like I don't know why. I don't remember what I had this. I think in my other chart I had like this 513, like yeah, like a key level, right? With a lot of touches. 513, something like here. I don't know. I don't know why 513. I had 513 as a key level on my other chart. But anyways, can you see here this nice break and retest of this 513 and then the drop, and then this drop comes to this area here. What is this area here? Can you see? This is not. I mean, this is not too complicated, guys. This is just support, then turn resistance, 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 resistance. That now turn support. So from here, guys, if buyers can defend this area here, we will see Microsoft going higher again. All right. Let's go to the next one here. Palantir. Can you see why we are not interested in Palantir today? Range, 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 range. What is this? Apple. For you guys that were on the live stream with Jack, where did you guys enter here? This is the only play that I was watching on, like, break and retest kind of play. This is the 238.19. That's the previous day high. That's one of my favorite setups. But you have like very small displacement. But well, just as Diane said, you had the news. But look at this, 8:30, no reaction here. I don't know, Diane. I mean, maybe they waited for market to open. Exactly where you have the profit tool, like here. Okay. Okay. Well, look at this. If they took this one to here, to let's say 241, it was a 1 to 5.7 risk reward ratio trade. Good. 938. Tony. Here? Well, he was watching here. Like a key level here or something? Yeah, well, Tony, he's the master of Apple. I don't know how he does it. That's what the time he sent the alert on Discord. Tony and Jack entered different times. Tony went first. This is what I meant. Neto, QQQ going down, but Apple really strong. This is the relative strength. Well, yeah. I mean, again, if you, Felipe, if you are watching this indices on a very clear downtrend, but you are looking Apple right here with a relative strength here, well, I mean, you take your entries according to your system. In my playbook, I don't play if they are against the markets, but that's my playbook. If your playbook works with relative strength and relative weakness, that's fine. That's actually how Tony and Jack play. They like relative strength. They don't like relative weakness. They like relative strength. So even if the markets are going down like today, they are watching Apple or they are watching Tesla with relative strength. They take it. But that's not what I like to play. There were a few messages above. It may have a few minutes after. Yeah, I think. Okay, let me take a look. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm reading. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, okay. I'm reading Discord with Tony. All right. 946. He said ideal move for Apple now will be a retest of 237.92, 237.92, something like here. And then next key level hit on Apple. And okay, he was looking at this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he entered, but it was not 846. Ah, no, no, no. 844. Okay, 844 to 237.50. 844. I'm sorry, 944. Right here. Oh well, maybe he was just taking the reclaim of the 5 minute opening range. Yeah, actually, he said if Apple closes strong, if Apple closes strong above 237.26, this 237, that's 237. Ah no. Okay. He was looking like if we close strong above pre-market high, I'm gonna enter. Okay. 944, I took Apple here. 944, 944, 944. This one here. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is just like a reclaim of this 1 minute, 5 minute opening range. And actually this 944, this is this 238.19. What is this? Previous day high. Yeah. I don't see the break and retest right here. Maybe this 236.61. No, he didn't have this key level. He had 236.30. 236.30. Something like here. Yeah, so maybe he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait for 236.30, something like here. Ah, okay. Look, can you see here? He was looking for this pivot high. Let me. All right. Okay, so yeah, probably he was just waiting for this break and retest of something like here, and he waited to 944. Nah, he waited too much. He will be chasing. I don't know what he tried, but I think for the break and retest, this is the first entry. I mean, if he had like a higher time frame thesis, I understand. But I think for our playbook, our style break, clear displacement, retest, I think this was the first entry for us, right? So, and it was a strong, it was a solid entry here, right? It was a little bit close to high of the day, so maybe I don't know, like I will hesitate a lot. But look at this, even to the next key level here, this 240, it was a 1 to 3.7 risk reward rate to trade. That was nice. That was nice. And here it was a 1 to 5.7 risk reward rate to trade. Again, to close numbers, right? To hold numbers, 241. So yeah. J 944 to 237.50. Yeah. Price Tony entered is 237.26. Yeah, the break or the reclaim of this pre-market high. Five-minute break and retest, like here. Previous day pivot point is all I see. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm watching. Jag was still in Oracle at the time. He was trading Oracle. Kevin, Tony took just as it was pushing through the 5-minute opening range high, like this one here, 944. Yeah. So this was more like a reclaim of a key level, right? Not like a clean break and retest of anything. All right. So that again, guys. I mean, this is the only entry point that I see with our break and retest system. There are many other entry systems, but for what we do here, break and retest, this is the only one that I'm watching. And this is not aligned to the indices, so I will never take that. But if you guys took it, I'm sure you got a really nice win today. So congratulations. DC, my apologies. I didn't know you can see the time if you hover the message. He sent entry message 944. Yeah. I didn't enter because of what did you say about QQQ? The alignment? Yeah. Alright, guys. Let's go to the next one. Google. Google, look at this. Google, it is now being super aligned to the indices, and you have clear break and retest of the ranges, right? So this is your range. This is previous day close, open, today's open, 5-minute opening range low, clear break retest reaction right here. And look at this. This is all the way to 250. That's really nice. And then you have a second chance right here. Second chance right here with a break and retest of previous low of the day. Previous low of the day. And then another drop. Where? To the bodies of the low of the day. It was a 1 to 3 risk reward rate to trade. Nothing wrong with that. I think that was a nice play. So that was Google. Anyone took Google today, guys? This is Meta. I don't know what the hell is this. What is wrong with Meta? What happened with this candle here? Ramesh, are you still here? Do you know what this candle in Meta is? Do you guys know Ramesh is our master Meta trader, right? So yeah, look at this. This has been ranging for the whole day. Let's say something like this. So awful price action here. Awful price action here. So I don't know what's going on with this candle here. But Ramesh, if you know what the hell is this candle here, it's a 953. I mean, super random candle. It actually closed the gap on the daily chart. I don't know what happened here. And those were all of the names that I have prepared. I'm going back to Baidu, Inc. All right. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. What do you have here? What do you have here? I think those are the only key levels that I have for Baidu. I wouldn't know what to do here, for being honest. I mean, other than, like trying to guess the whole numbers here, 120, but it never retested. Then I don't know, like the highs of the day. I don't know if you tried something like this right here. It's late on the morning, 11:43, but this is a nice break and retest of high of the day, and it actually reacted like really nice from here. But other than this one here, I don't know if I will take something here. What the hell is this? Look at this, 1034. Look at the volume on this candle here. That's why I don't like these kind of tickers. I don't know. I don't know how to play these kind of tickers. That's why I really like Max 7 or like these kind of companies, because look at the unusual volume right here, right? Look at the unusual volume. Like this candle is actually with more volume than the opening. How does that work? I don't know. So, all right. So, guys, I think that's all for me. I hope that you like. Today we played several times this support, turn resistance, flip zone, break and retest. I hope that you are liking. I hope that you can actually starting identify them, spot them in real time, and well, let's see what happens. So guys, a few reminders. On the video and the channel description, we have my website. If you can take a look to my website, I'm offering new services, and I'm also giving away a few resources. So today, well, this week we started with a daily performance checklist. That's completely free for you guys. Just go to the website. There's a new area of resources. You can download it for free, use it, and if you have any questions about how to use it, just let me know. You can send me an email or just comment here on the YouTube channel. I would appreciate if you can give me some feedback about the website, about the resources that we'll be giving away for free right there. And guys, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, bring other traders. We want to grow this community, and it's thanks to you that we are growing. We are having more people every time. I'm really thankful that you are supporting this daily exercise. And okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dian. I'm taking a look today. And all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.